Hello everyone, my name is Josepha and welcome to my channel. Now I am here to give y'all an update. Ready? Let's do it then. So I'm doing alright. I've been having some issues with my mental health. Not necessarily that my mental health is getting bad. It's just my focus and concentration is I'm having a hard time with. So basically what I've been doing is just been kind of doing stuff here and there, binge watching on a TV show and I've been just doing some drawings. I'm going to try something different, so hopefully that will help. Now, what I've been working on is I'm going to start doing some videos about different subjects. There was this Dr. Phil video I'm going to do, and it's basically critiquing Dr. Phil. I was a big fan of him because of his support of this subject, so I'll leave that for later. So basically, so far, me and my mom, we basically adopted 2 cats, Molly and Zeke. Yeah, they are such great cats. This is very cute, very playful. Molly has a tendency of falling asleep right against my arm when I'm in my armchair. And Zig, he's a very playful one, but he's gorgeous. I'd love to just show the whole world, I guess. I don't know. Anyhows, anywho's it, any what's it, any pause it. Okay, just a little bit of my randomness coming out, so sorry guys. So I hope this isn't giving too much of a glow on me. I'm trying to get as much light so that it's not so grainy, but I'm still gonna have issues with graininess, so bear with me please. I'm still working on my comic book. I'm still working on my stories. I'm gonna see my best friend in March, so hopefully by then I should have my first review done. Well, not review, but edit. The first edit done by March. So fingers crossed. Right now what I've been working on is just... Oh, please tell me this thing's been playing. Hey, I apologize for the video, the audio quality, just because I think my voice is echoey. So if that happens, I do apologize. I am still figuring this stuff out. Now, one of the things I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna try to be making more videos. Hopefully by probably the end of next month, I'll have a new music video ready. So fingers crossed for that. I'm excited for it. So basically that's what's going on with me. Nothing too exciting, nothing too adventurous. I've been watching political videos, especially when it comes to the whole progressive agenda, even though they're very more regressive. And the reason why is because now more and more people are trying to support segregation compared to integration or assimilation, whichever you want to use. See, I grew up in an America that your color does not matter. In the 90s and early 2000s, I grew up basically seeing people as nothing more than people. If you're black, you're black. Don't care. All I care is your personality and who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, it just matters about your character. Just do not fall into that stinking trap, people. Please. The stereotype trap. Now, here's the problem I've been finding is some of my friends have been doing more of talking about white privilege, and I'm gonna do a historical video. I'm gonna at least try to about where I believe white privilege comes from, and I'm gonna try to dive down as deep as possible. So keep an eye out for that one. But also, when did we get to the point where we're not human beings anymore? We treat each other basically like garbage. I mean, I've gotten into political arguments too with some people where it's just like one person even claims that I'm uneducated, and it's like, no, I'm very educated, to be honest. I'm a history buff, so there's some pieces of history I don't know, but I'm very educated because I know about racism. I know about the struggles of the civil rights movements. I know the facts about especially the history of abortion, how that came about, and spoiler, it was built on a lie. It was a lie. So at that point, I couldn't really argue much anymore because it's like the whole white privilege and this and that, and it's like, if my family had white privilege, we wouldn't have been struggling now, would we? Yes, I do understand the 80s and 90s we were coming out of that whole white privilege thing, and I mean, to be honest, there wasn't much of white privilege anymore. By that point in time, we were very inclusive on certain levels, if not most levels. Yeah, people still bent over backwards trying to help those who are less fortunate, which led to the Affirmative Action plan, which basically can rob people of opportunities. And that's where people also argue about equal opportunity or equal outcome. And I have to agree with the fact that when people talk about equal opportunity, it means that you have the opportunity to go and do stuff. For example, you can't have the same opportunity as a man, if you're a woman, to get into science research, like that STEM stuff, I think is what they call it. And you could do all that. I mean, I just met a woman who is a mother of a friend of mine who's basically a engineer. I mean, heck, you know what? You've been there for so long. you're a good asset. And some companies too will be bend just to make themselves look good. But if you hire the right people, it would benefit your company so much. Now, if you hire people that ends up demanding you to do A, B, C, then don't do it. I'm sorry. And if it's unreasonable, don't do it. However, if they have just a reasonable point of view, think about it, but don't make any commitments. Now, I don't know why I went onto this type of tangent, but it's just, my family is not well off. We are basically, we're more than surviving, so we're fine. We're all set. But it's because my family tries our best. I mean, I have one of my siblings who's basically working her butt off. Got another one of my siblings who's basically is still working. He's still doing good. He has his own place and he's fine. Nothing wrong with him. Basically, white privilege doesn't really affect modern day people. When I say modern day people, I mean people from in the 21st century, especially. The 20th and 21st centuries, people, especially if you're white, did not have as much privilege as basically if you were going back into the 1700s. Yeah, since then we've made tremendous strides thanks to individuals like Martin Luther King Jr., may you rest in peace. I mean, he is a godsend. And I'm sure he didn't imagine being like raised up as like this great civil rights activist. But one thing just keep in mind with Martin Luther King is the fact that he is a minister first and foremost. And then he later on became an activist. Sorry guys, I need to get my hair cut. See, it's like a mess underneath here. That's why I'm trying to hide it. Hide it from you people. But that's why one thing I love is just the fact that God set people into this world and basically you have choices. Like Martin Luther King, he could have just stayed silent. He could have just complained and did the whole victim thing. But no, he didn't do that. He wants results. He wanted solutions. So what did he do? He talked, he basically go on walk and stuff, and eventually got murdered. Yeah, guess what? We revere him very much. I don't want to commit idolatry, but here's the thing. I highly respect the man, and I thank God that he's even was on this earth because he inspired so many people. I mean, for myself, I have a dream. I have a dream that all this stupid regressive stuff goes away. Yeah, it's not going to go away because it's a tool. It's a tool for an invisible force that we do not see in front of us. So, one of the things I do believe is Satan is working in this world and he is doing his best to derail this country. There's been a civil war going on and it's a spiritual one. But now it's been leaking for some time into our politics, into our livelihoods. I mean, modern day feminism, so sick and tired of them. Because there's no such thing as the gender pay gap. There's no such thing as inequality unless you're trying to promote more affirmative action, which unfortunately does not help. It actually could create more problems. I mean, if women apply for especially jobs in the STEM fields, and a woman gets hired, good. She probably earned it. I want women who earns things, not given to them on a silver platter. I love women. I'm a guy, so. but here's the thing. I want women to realize how valuable you are. If you are watching this and you're a woman, you are so much valuable than your breasts and your thighs. I hate to say it like that, but you're so much better than what today feminism will try to promote to you. I mean, I've seen Hispanics women who some of them do kind of dress very very provocative. It's like, and I see these also pictures on dating sites, and it's like, why? You basically turn me off. You show too much skin, I'm not interested. And the reason why is just because I'm modest. Now, I'm not gonna go all Islamic and say you gotta cover from head to toe so no one can see it. No, I wanna see that pretty face of yours. I wanna see who you are as a human being. I want you to understand, though, that you have more worth and value that you don't even know about. I mean, heck, you've got so much value. You are so much smarter than what people may give you credit for. And guess what? I want that in a woman. A lot of guys want that in a woman. And you know who who some people keep going out with? Sorry about that. A lot of ladies go out with these little boys. They look like men, but they're actually little boys inside. Now, I'm a child at heart, so I'm a goofball. If you can handle me being a goofball, then come on in. I'm gonna do. I'm sure my best friend's gonna shoot me thinking I'm like a weirdo wingnut. But guess what? It's your fault, my best friend. My precious. Anyhow, sorry. Technical difficulties, people. Please stand by. But getting back on the subject, that's one thing I try to promote in women is just know your value. Know who you are. If you're not book smart but you're creative, then go with the creativity. If you're not creative nor book smart but you can do physical labor, then go ahead and do stuff. I mean, do what you want. Do what inspires you. I mean, you can be book smart. Okay, great. We need people who are book smart. It's not a problem. I mean, women, you don't need to sleep with every single guy that shows you attention. I mean, what Mark Gongor says, based off of what Beyonce says, you want the thing, then you better give that ring. Yeah. And men, I'm holding responsible. You're big boys. I'm sure some younger guys, some teens may even come across this, which I hope so because of the fact that hopefully they can think about their life choices. I mean, grown men, if you're watching this, you are more capable of doing stuff than people actually give you credit for. You're not just what's below the belt. What you are is strong men who may still be wondering where you fit in the world, and that's okay. I mean, there's some of you guys too that may have these passivities or even what you would call beta males. And that's a term that's been being brought about lately. And where a lot of those guys claim to be feminists. And it's like, but here's the thing though, real men, I don't believe, are feminists. I mean, in a way, if you were to classify me any level of feminism, I would be the traditional feminism back in the day that even allowed women to keep their jobs even though they're pregnant. So that's the type of feminism I am. I'm not this third wave feminism that basically distorts the truth and tries to attack the traditionalism of this country, which works. The traditional values work. This whole progressive, regressive mumbo jumbo does not work. In fact, it actually blows up in your face. In one way or the other, people are going to turn on their own and get very angry. We've been already seeing this with the whole far left. And I know there's some good, decent Democrats. I mean, some of my friends that I know and some people I don't know, they are decent Democrats. I mean, hey, me and this one lady was having this really deep discussion, and at the end of the day, she basically was like, well, we agreed to disagree, kind of did, but I mean, we basically got to the end of the debate, and I'm like, you know what, to be honest, I hope more people are gonna be like you, because so many people will end the conversation by calling names or walking off, being bitter, being resentful, being angry, thinking that they should have won the argument. Some arguments you don't win, and it's okay. And some arguments you can't be right. I mean, some arguments you know you're right, but you can't convince the person. But that's okay. If you guys can hang out, be mutual, be cool, then fine. Sometimes just being not a person's friend or just basically mingling with that person is what's going to change them. The book of Proverbs even says, iron sharpens iron, which means my interactions can help harm other people and vice versa. And that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to love each other. We're meant to not just love, but also be truthful, honest, to be direct. People think that you love someone, so you have to endorse everything they say and do. No. That's a lie. You love someone and you see them making the wrong choices in their life. You should step forward and say, I love you too much to stay silent. Too many people don't do that because they don't want to be called bigot, a jerk, or whatnot. But you know what? I'm going to say the truth that I know. Rape culture is not real. Rape is real. Rape is horrible. I know I'm jumping from topic to topic, but please bear with me. Please forgive me with my weirdo rants. Hollywood. That's where the true rape culture lives. Not necessarily in colleges. Yes, people in colleges gets raped. Not all the time, though. A lot of times, people don't take the right actions, and some people do get angry, and it's understandable. And ladies, if you've been assaulted, and you truly been assaulted, whether it be unwanted touching or unwanted harassment, unwanted interactions of any kind, or even been raped, it's not the end of the world, but please go to the police. I mean, if you have issues with certain things, I mean, open up about them, but only to certain people you trust, especially when it comes to something so deep and sky. And I wasn't planning on going all the way into this route, all the way into here. It's like, just kind of happened. My whole passion is trying to help people understand their worth. You may suffer from depression. It's okay. You're still loved. People still want to be there for you. There's that lie that's going to come into your head and swirl in your head saying, no one cares. You should just kill yourself. And that's the thing. But let me tell you this. Don't. You know why? That lie is a lie. I can tell you that. Sometimes it's difficult for me to fight off certain feelings. But guess what? By the grace of God, I do. I pull through. By the grace of God, He's given me the strength to move on. I want to pass some of that strength off to you. If you truly are having problems, whether it be suicide, maybe dealing with a heinous violation of some kind, please seek help. doesn't matter if it's a psychologist or even the suicide line or rape crisis counselor or something. Just look for help, reach out. You'd probably be surprising that there are some people that's willing to reach out and grab your hand and help you up, give you the tools you need, give you the love you need, the understanding, and basically help you become a stronger person. And that's basically what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to grow. Basically, we're supposed to evolve our life. And I don't mean like the evolution evolve, but I mean the whole evolve of changing, growing as an individual and changing for the better. Sometimes we'll make mistakes. I mean, the Bible even says we'll make mistakes. And some people might be like, well, why are you bringing the Bible into this whole thing? It's just to help you understand. This is not a new concept. We will fail, but it's how we act after we fall. Do we pick ourselves up, or do we use a crutch and basically go victimhood and become the victim? I mean, heck, I have myself a bad history. I'll save that for another video. But some people's so scary. It's like makes me want to cry. It's basically like grabs my gut and twists it. I do understand on some level how things feel, even if I didn't experience them or experience them on the level that you have. Just understand that even within me, I'm here for anyone who wants to talk, and that's how I live my life. Any of my friends that needs to talk, I'm there. If you're having a problem with something, I'm there. If you need advice, I'm there. If you just need someone to listen, I'm there. We're all here. Every single human being's here to help guide each other. Not to berate each other or to look down at each other, but to hold each other's hands and help each other's loads. I mean, no offense, but the Bible does say to help each other with your issues. But anyhow, that's going to be it for today. I really hope that this video comes out well. I hope you enjoy it. Please leave a like, and even if you have subjects that you'd like me to discuss, please feel free to leave it in the comment below. And as always, may God be with you, and I love you guys very much. God bless you.